Hello there, welcome to my channel. My name is Irene and yeah, today I am back again with a new speed build video for you. And today I am back with the second part in my new series on my channel. I am actually going to recreate and rebuild the entire world in a new amazing expansion pack for The Sims Island Living. I'm going to rebuild Sulani. And the last build I did was the first one in this series. In that build I've created my boathouse. And for this build I really wanted to do something totally different. But I wanted to keep it tropical, of course, with island feel. So I went with this Waterfall Villa today. And yeah, I actually really wanted to create this house for weeks now. I found a picture, I think it's almost months ago, a long time ago anyway, from an amazing house. And it's actually from a famous architect. I'm not that familiar with all the architects in the world, so I don't know him, but I think it's a famous one because Pinterest is absolutely filled with buildings from him. He's called Frank Lloyd, and the build which this build is inspired on is called Falling Water. And yeah, it's such a pretty house. When you type in Frank Lloyd and Falling Water on Google or on Pinterest, it's absolutely filled with pictures from that house. And yeah, I really wanted to create that house, but I was waiting for the perfect moment. And here it is. It's on the picture. It isn't a tropical house, of course, and I will put the picture in the description box. But yeah, I thought I could really make this tropical and make this fitting for this pack. For the Island Living pack, because I also wanted to take this time to talk about the Island Living pack because it's such an amazing pack. The build items are so cool, but the whole world. You saw the cinematic intro at the beginning of this video, and yeah, when you look around in cameraman mode in the game, almost every angle where you look is just so pretty. And with different lighting too, because it's so pretty during the day, but when the evening falls in with the sunsets, you get like a orange or pink color over the world, and it's so pretty. And the build items or the nature items, the plants and the trees and everything, they're so pretty, every single one of them. There are amazing palm trees, way more natural looking than what we had before. The other ones were just straight. And now you have one that's totally fallen down. And yeah, I've used it in my previous build. I'm going to use it in this build. And I think I'm going to use it a lot in my Island Living builds. And yeah, I also really wanted to do a build where I could really use every plant and could really let myself go with the landscaping. And yeah, there are a lot of lots in the sea in this pack, and they are so pretty and they are so cool. But you can't landscape on the sea. Yeah, you can put plants and everything over there, but you can raise the ground up or lower it down, and you can place pools in it and everything. So I know I had to go to a lot that isn't on the beach, that is in the nature, and I found this lot and it was just so fitting, and I could really let myself go with the landscaping and with the trees, and you will see it later. I will put so much in, and they are all so pretty. And yeah, it's going very fast. As you can see, I already are onto the creation of the waterfall. I did some waterfalls in previous builds of mine before, and I've used the same method. As you can see, I use these spraying emitters, they are called. They can be found in the fountain menu in the build mode. And yeah, you just have to put a lot of them over the edge of the pool to create a waterfall-like effect. There is actually a very cool, very big, very pretty waterfall in the world of Sulani. And yeah, if there would be a possibility, I'm sorry, I struggled with the possibility. But if there was the possibility to just put a whole waterfall in at once, that would save me so much time. But I think I wouldn't know how they can do that in the game. I really don't know. Well, you just have to put a lot and a lot of spraying emitters next to each other. And you have to higher them up or raise them up to the edge of the pool, and to raise the item you can use the 9 key on your keyboard, and to lower it down again you can use the 0 key. And right now I'm onto the stairs that are leading up to the house, up to the building. And yeah, to create a big waterfall I really had to raise the ground up a lot. So I had to play with the stairs, as you can see right here. But I've play tested this build a couple of times and it really works. So I'm very happy with that. And now it just looks a little bit strange, but later on with all the plants and everything, yeah, it just looks very cool. To be honest, I'm so sorry. It's so strange to say that about your own build. And yeah, I really was in the mood building in this world because it's an amazing weather in Holland right now. It's now about 22 degrees, so that's very nice. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. I looked up another thing in Fahrenheit because next Friday I am getting married. And if you saw some previous video of mine, I talked about it a couple of times. But next Friday, the big day is there. And now they're saying that it will be 36 degrees. And I looked it up and it's 96 Fahrenheit. And oh my god, it would be so hot. The only thing I've said the last couple of months was, oh, the only thing I'm hoping for that it's not raining that day. So, well, my wishes were hurt. Oh, it's going to be so hot. But I don't mind. I think that's better than a very stormy and rainy day. And everything will be okay. I'm so looking forward to that day. And the week after that I'm going on to my honeymoon. So there will be a couple of pre-recorded videos in that week. We're going to the south of Germany, to the Black Forest, and we're just going with a tent. And my boyfriend and me, or my fiance and me, really like to go on camping, so we're going to do that. And yeah, maybe later on, in 5 years or something, when I'm very, very rich, we're going to go to Bora Bora or Mauritius or something like that. But yeah, I was talking that it's perfect weather for building in a tropical world like this. It's so fitting. I'm actually recording right now in my bikini because I was sunbathing, and after recording this I'm going to sunbathe again because I have to be a little bit tense in my wedding dress, of course. But a lot of talk about not related things to this build. Let's get back to it. As you can see, it's a very modern build, and I use this very light wood color. I think it's from this pack. Yeah, it's from this pack. I also use a couple of items from the Spade pack in this build too. And yeah, I think they really go together with this pack. There are a lot of wood things in the Spade pack too. And the colors are the same. And yeah, but these wall patterns or wall paddling are from this pack. And yeah, I think I'm going to use it a lot and in a lot of other builds too, in other worlds too, because it has amazing colors and it's very easy to use, and you can use it in builds like this, but you can also use it in cottages or something. So yeah, I'm really digging that wall pattern. And yeah, I'm trying to create the back of the building over here. And I was a little bit struggling with the upper thing, as you can see, with the upper level. It isn't actually a level because you can't build any higher than 4 stories high in this build. Or I'm sorry, in The Sims, not only in this build. You can't build more than 4 stories high in the entire game. But I wanted to create a flat roof over here, but it is in a diagonal. It isn't straight, as you can see, this build. So it was a little bit difficult, and I couldn't place walls onto it because otherwise it would be counted as a 4th floor or a 5th floor. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm not that good at counting right now. But I was a little bit struggling with it. But well, and as you can see, I'm using this thing right now. And yeah, I think it's just fitting for this build because it gives it a little bit more of an island touch. And especially later on with all the trees around it. I was so happy that I could really use them in this build. And yeah, it's starting right now and I'm really going all the way. I really wanted to cover up all the sand pattern that's created when you erase up the ground. But I also wanted to put more sand paint into it because I thought it would look more natural. And I think it's very cool that when you raise the ground up, the colors are changing in this sand pattern, because in every world it's different. Sometimes it changes up in a very dark brown and sometimes in a stone. But I think this whole sand pattern is very fitting for this world, and I think it just looks good with it. These bushes I'm going to use in every single build from now on, I think. You know, there are the green bushes with the white flowers in it just in the base game. And I've used that so much to just cover up ground and make it look overgrown. And these are just plain green, and yeah, they're so cool and I'm going to use them so much, and in this build too. As you can see, I've covered up the entire edge of the pool because it was a little bit brown sticking out, and yeah, I didn't like it. So when you put a lot of plants over it, you can't see the edge of the pool anymore, of course. And yeah, a lot of trees and a lot of plants at the back of the build too. And I really like that you can also change the colors of all these flowery trees and flowery bushes. And yeah, I think for builds in this world, it's very fitting to use all kinds of different colors. I really like to use the red and the pink and the orange and the yellow and the blue. And yeah, I think it just looks so amazing. And yeah, I know I use that word a lot, but I'm just a little bit overwhelmed with this pack because it's so perfect in so many ways. And I talked about it in my previous build, my boathouse. There are some things, for example, that you can build under the stilted foundation. The game counts the stilted foundation as a wall. It's just the normal foundation, so you can't build under it, and that's a little bit of a shame. And the whole landscaping thing on the sea lots, but I think it's a little bit logical that that isn't possible, because that wouldn't be so difficult to create in the game, I think. But other than that, I'm just so in love with this pack. It's really the best pack for the game so far, I think. And yeah, it only makes me look more forward to the new pack that's coming in the fall, the Realm of Magic thing. I think it's so cool in the Sims game that there are so many different styles where you can go to, because a Realm of Magic, it's totally different than the pack that we have right now. But I think it's so going to be so cool too, because right now I can create a lot of tropical builds. When the Realm of Magic is here, I can create all kinds of magical builds like castles and witches' cabins and everything like that. And I actually was thinking about a little bit of a magical build in the Rebuilding Sulani series too, because I was thinking about maybe a sorcerer of a magician that is living on this island forever and ever, because that sim is immortal that is living there. And maybe she lives, I suddenly think about a she, I don't know why, it can be a he too, but she lives in maybe in the mangroves, in a cabin with a lot of trees over it. And if there were snakes in the game, with a lot of snakes. Oh, and I'm so scared of snakes, but well, just a side note. But yeah, I'm really thinking about that too, but I'm not sure how to do it and how to create it. But maybe there will be something like that in this build series too. And yeah, as you can see, I went all the way with the plants in this build. I'm onto the interior right now already, but yeah, I think just when you look at this build, but also when you're inside the house, when you look outside the build and you see all the trees and all the plants that I've put in, yeah, I think all the trees and everything, they just look so amazingly cool in this game. And especially the falling palm tree, I used it in this build again too. It's just leaning over the waterfall, and yeah, I'm just so happy with it. But yeah, the interior, I'm creating the kitchen right now. And if you saw some of my previous builds, I'm really into the square kitchens right now. This big kitchen island things. I don't know, it's a little bit of a phase. I had a previous phase and I was with a round kitchen island, the way smaller version. And now I'm really in a square kitchen phase. So I think you will be seeing it a lot in my next builds too. But I think, yeah, it's just an original way to create your kitchen. And I think in builds like this, it just looks cool. And yeah, this plant that I've put in the middle of this kitchen, I think it's very fitting for this pack too. Maybe there could be a little bit more indoor plants in this pack. I think there are just two. The tube one, the one with the tube around it, and this one. And I don't want to be complaining because I'm so happy with the pack, but I've said it so many times. But maybe 2 or 3 more indoor plants would be great. Or am I a little bit too demanding right now? And yeah, I've used this table. This is actually from the Spa Day pack. And yeah, that was what I'm talking about just a couple of minutes ago. I really think the Spa Day pack really goes well with the Island Living pack. And oh my god, these coconut chairs. They're so cool, right? I saw a build and buy overview a couple of days ago before I've had the game for myself. And yeah, I saw these chairs and I thought, I don't know, coconut chairs, maybe a little bit too much. But then I saw the game for myself, or the expansion for myself. And yeah, when you use them in your game or in your builds, they're just so cool. And yeah, I really like when your sim is sitting over there and drinking something. Yeah, it just looks cool. And over here, I'm already onto the bathroom. And I use these mats. They're also from the Spa Day pack. And I really like them too. I think I only use the Spa Day pack. No, I think I'm not only use the Spa Day pack besides Island Living. But I get the question a lot which packs I use in my builds. But I have almost every pack in the game. I don't have the bowling thing and I don't have the My First Pet stuff. But what I'm hearing about it, I'm not missing anything without the My First Pet stuff. But I think I have almost every other pack in the game. And when I'm building, I really wanted to make it as pretty as possible and have no restrictions or anything. So yeah, most of the time I'm just putting in what I think looks pretty. So yeah, there's so many times that I've used like 10 or 15 packs in just one build. But I think with by the look of it, there may be some other packs I've used, but they're mostly the Spa Day pack, the Island Living pack, and maybe Get Famous. Yeah, I think those 3, because this painting is also from the Get Famous pack, and that plant that I put in over there, that plant from the Get Famous pack, I use it so much. I think it's so cool. It's when you size it up, it still looks very fine and stuff. It's very well made. I really love it. But yeah, I think we're almost at the end of this video already. Yay! Yes, just 1 minute ago. I didn't know I was so happy with that. I'm not sure why. But yeah, we will jump into screenshots in a couple of seconds. I hope that you've really enjoyed this video. If you have some questions for me, how I've done certain things or anything else, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to do some more sunbathing the rest of the day and I'm going to work tonight. As you can see, here are the screenshots, and yeah, all these plants, they're so cool. Yay. And yeah, I'm just rounding up now. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I would really appreciate it. And I hope to talk to you very, very soon. Goodbye.